Hello, amazing people. Welcome back to this channel. This is Rise with Gladys Muthoni. This is a place where we learn, we practice, and we grow. Yes, we are on the series I Declare by Joel Osteen. Yes, this is the fourth video. It's the fifth. You can watch the previous four that we have done, and they are amazing. I am learning from them personally as I listen to them. I am learning and picking my lessons and allowing those lessons to transform my life. I am not only here to speak, I'm also here to listen and to learn because I desire to see growth in my life. So today I'm going to read for us two declarations. I find them similar or not really similar, they are close. So I'm going to read to you declaration on day 14. And this is what it says. I declare that I will use my words to bless people. I will speak favor and victory over my family, friends, and loved ones. I will help call out their seeds of greatness by telling them, I am proud of you. I love you. You're amazing. You are talented. You are beautiful. You will do great things in life. This is my declaration. Then I'll go over to the declaration on day 23. What does it say? Declaration on day 23, that is 21, 22, 23. This is what it says. I declare that I'm a people builder. I will look for opportunities to encourage others, to bring out the best in them, and to help them accomplish their dreams. I will speak words of faith and victory, affirming them, approving them, letting them know they are valued. I will call out their seeds of greatness, helping them to rise higher and become all that God created them to be. This is my declaration. And even as I'm in this space, I am here to call out the seed of greatness that is in you and to let you know that you are a great person, that you are not, you can't be replaced. You are God's masterpiece. And so in this declaration, the one on day 14, John Austin gives a story of this girl who had a cleft lip. And because her lip didn't look as the other lips, yeah, she was a child, and in class, the other children did not want to play with her. They always refused to play with her, refused to share their things with her, and she felt so alone, and she felt so intimidated, and she felt like, no, nobody will ever accept me in this society. Then one day in that class, the teacher decided to do a hearing test to test who had a higher hearing sense than the other. So she would let the students pass by her as she whispered some words. You know, that's a nice game, you can play it at home. You know, she would let the students pass and she was as she would whisper some words. And so after whispering, then she would go back to each student to hear who got her words correctly. And so when she got to this girl and heard how well she had heard the words and how clearly she could speak those words, she looked at the girl and smiled at her and said, "Oh, I wish you were my little girl." And then when all the other students heard what the teacher had said, now they started favoring. They thought now this is the favorite pupil of the teacher. And because the girl had found favor with the teacher, the other students began to accept her. They now wanted to play with her. They now wanted to share their things with her. So that one sentence that the teacher said changed the status of life of this little girl. And this is what we are being taught, to be people who are kind. You know, don't be that person who is always looking for that negative thing to say. You know, when you just see someone, you're looking for that one negative point that you can say so that you can break them down. When people start their projects, you're the first one to say, I don't think you can do anything. You know, I don't think this project is viable. I don't think people from your community can be able to do such projects. You mean you want to take that course? You can't make it. How much did you score in high school? And you want to study that course? I think you can make it. You're the one who is always discouraging people. We are being taught to be people who call out others, you know, who encourage others, who help others to know how valued they are. We are living in a society where people are going through a lot, mental illnesses have gone to are on a rise right now because people are going through hard things. Then you come and add your bad comments on top of the bad things that they are going through, instead of being that person who will put people on a downward trend. Be a person who is always encouraging others, who is always pulling people so that you can encourage them. As we pull others, what we give, we receive. As you pulling others, you also meet people who can also pull you and make you great. So be willing to call out the seed in others. And even in the online space, today a lot of us are in the online space, all the social media platforms. You are the one that is always bullying others. How are you dressed? How do you look? You are bullying others on those social platforms instead of using that energy that you are using to bring others down. Is the same amount of energy that you could use to pull them up. So why do something negative when you can do something positive? So call out the seed of greatness in other people, and those people who are in places of authority. There are people in places of authority. If you say something, it's going to affect somebody's life forever. I think it was TD Jakes. I was listening to TD Jakes some while ago, and what he was saying is about when he's dealing with his employees. He's in a place where if he says something, it can quickly affect the life of someone. You can just make one single comment and someone loses their job, or you make one single comment, you recommend someone and it changes their life forever. So if you're in a place of authority, take care of how you're using your words. Don't use your words to break people down. I am not saying that we should condone mediocrity and sin. No, of course there's a place for correction and there's a place for saying the truth. But I'm saying, if you know that what you're saying is going to affect someone negatively, and it's not for the purposes of correction, it's not for the purposes of, making them do better, don't do it. And these places of authority, it's not only maybe for employers or people who are politicians and leaders. It's even for you, who is somebody's big sister, you are somebody's big brother, you are somebody's Sunday school teacher, you are somebody's you have a little higher rank than someone in the place of work. Maybe in school you are a student leader, and what you can say can pull someone down. Some people have built up their names, and it's good. The Bible tells us to build up our names. Names are valuable, your reputation, and because people trust your reputation and the name that you have built up, if you say something, it's going to affect them. Haven't you? You've had people who are partners in a business, not because they have contributed capital really, but because they have a good name. You will just say they are a partner in that business, and because of that, that business will begin to pick up. So if you are such a big name, don't use that opportunity that God has given you. Let it be for building others up, not for breaking them down. Just because maybe you have little small misunderstandings, it should not be a reason where you're pulling somebody else down. Let your words speak words of blessing, speak words of favor. You don't know how much you would affect a person's life. Someone was just about to give up, and you say something positive, and they completely change their mind. Someone was about to commit suicide, and you just say one positive thing and one thing that can call them out, and that changes their life. A child is in school and they don't have self-esteem, and you just say just that one little good statement. It can be as small as your dress looks good, or your hair, you have a nice haircut, but that would go a long way in lifting up their spirit. So let's be people who are building each other. Let's be people who are holding each other's hand, not to discourage each other. Don't break people down. Like that teacher who suffered the moments of that little girl, and made her feel wanted, and made her feel that she can amount to something. Let's be people like those. If you listen to those, the people, the big leaders that we know, most influential people, you will hear a story. Nobody has ever built themselves. They have always been built by other people. Someone will tell you, my mother would tell me to do this. My mother embraced me. Someone will tell you it was my father. Someone else will tell you it was my teacher. Someone else will tell you it was my boss at work. Someone else will tell you it was this special friend. It was my spouse. People always build others. So let's choose today to be people builders. I want to be a people builder. Do you? Until the next one, see you then. Bye bye.